Hey guys, welcome back. So tonight I want to make a video update about where I'm at with my symptoms. I am officially, as of today, I'm 2 years and 9 months off of everything. 2 years and 9 months ago was my last dose of Prozac, and about a year and a half before that was my last dose of Klonopin, which I cold turkeyed. So I wanted to update where I'm at with the symptoms, and it's hard because there's so many of them. It's hard to list them, but I'm going to talk about the ones that are really showing up the most. Today's been really, really hard. My mom is in town. My sister and I live in LA, and my mom came to visit for a few days. So it's been a really bad storm the past few days here. We've had a ton of unusual weather, tons and tons and tons of rain, very cold, very windy, a little bit of snow and hail, which is unusual for this area. But yeah, so we didn't really have a lot to do, so we were kind of bored of sitting around, and we decided to go see a movie and shop around a little bit before the movie. And I had to leave the movie halfway through and go outside to pace for a little while they finished up. I told them to meet me out afterward. But yeah, halfway through the movie, my gut started hurting horribly badly. And I started to have the horrible chemical terror feeling and the hypersensitivity. Everything was too bright, everything was too loud. It felt like I was being electrocuted. If it's hard to describe, but it's it feels like my brain is glitching, like I can't process everything I'm taking in, and it goes into overload, and I start to blink weird, and it feels like I'm just being zapped, electrocuted, and it shoots down through my neck and into my shoulders, and I'll even twitch, and it's like everything is too bright, everything is too loud. Everything is so raw still, and it comes and goes. Luckily I'm not in that all the time anymore, but it still happens. And that terror, the chemical terror feeling, I don't know if anybody else feels this, but I get this physical manifestation of pain in my solar plexus right around here. It's a hard pain to describe because it's not like anything else I've ever felt. It's not a soreness, it's not a dull pain, it's not a stabbing pain. It's like the only way I can describe it is it's like I'm so overwhelmingly afraid that it physically hurts right here. And that's, for a long time I've woken up in that, especially. It's usually the worst in the mornings, but it comes and goes. Let's see what else. So yeah, I was so overwhelmed with these symptoms. I had to go outside of the movie theater and pace, and I was in akathisia for a while. And just an overwhelming feeling of doom and dread, like nothing is ever going to be okay, like the joy has been sucked out of the world, like I'm doomed, everything is doomed actually. The gut stuff is a nightmare. I don't know what to eat anymore. I eat really clean, pretty much paleo. I mean, almost entirely paleo, gluten-free, dairy-free, egg-free, soy-free. Almost keto. I don't quite count the carbs like I used to because it stopped helping, to be honest. So I got sick of it. But if I do eat a lot of carbs, not even a lot, if I eat a small portion of carbs, a couple spoonfuls of rice or quinoa, everything gets 10 times worse digestively. Sorry to be gross, but I'm actually not sorry, and I shouldn't say that when I don't mean it, because I don't give a fuck anymore. Yeah, total diarrhea monster. I'm gonna get that tattooed. As I've said in other videos, everything just, no matter what I eat, just pours out of me like water. I don't even know how I'm alive at this point. I feel like I'm not absorbing anything. My skin on and off continues to be a mess. This video is heavily filtered, but if you get real close, it looks like sandpaper with like little red bumps, and it's very dry and irritated and uncomfortable. So thanks FaceTime for automatically filtering me, I guess. I also get skin stuff all over my body. I get KP really bad on my arms, which is like little hard bumps. People call them soap bumps. Tons of that. That never happened before all of this. Speaking of which, for all of the skeptics in the world, for all of the people who are not going to believe me or us or any of this, because they're out there, maybe somewhere watching this video, I just want to say, every single symptom that I describe in my videos started either on the psych meds, while I was on them, or most of them started immediately upon stopping taking them in withdrawal. That's just a fact. So do with that what you will. But it is because of the drugs. And beyond that, I don't know how else to impress upon people that I know it's because of the meds. I just know it in my soul, in my bones. I don't need to prove it. I feel like I need to prove it. Like I always feel this overwhelming pressure to prove it to everyone, to make them believe me. I don't know if other people can relate, but it is what it is. Yeah, if I eat a normal amount, like a small serving of carbs, I bloat just incredibly. I get this burning pain all through my intestines, like I have a blowtorch being held to the inside. Tons of diarrhea. Yeah, and it doesn't really seem to matter what I eat, which is super fun because I can't find any way to stop it. I do find peppermint tea to be helpful with that, for what that's worth. I used to not be able to drink it because it would give me horrible reflux, but that seems to have gone away. Cautiously optimistic. So I do love my peppermint tea, and it doesn't seem to set off my other symptoms. So that's good. Sleep issues still. Extreme anxiety about sleep. Waking up multiple times throughout the night. I have nightmares pretty much every single night, guaranteed. And usually sleep doesn't feel all that refreshing. One of the weirdest symptoms or patterns that I notice with my symptoms is that the only time the chemical terror feeling abates, sometimes I get some relief in the evenings. I'm okay right now. I'm not like beside myself. I don't feel great, but it's not on 10, and sometimes I get that in the evenings, if anything. But the two times that I've noticed that it almost completely goes away, are when I notice it the most is when I'm horribly ill. It's weird, and to me that's a clue that it has something to do with autoimmunity, because in my mind I'm like, well, maybe if my immune system is attacking the virus or whatever it is that I'm sick with, it doesn't have time to attack whatever else it's attacking that produced that terror feeling. That's just a theory. Yeah, when I get really, really sick, it almost completely goes away. And then also when I'm really, really underslept. So the longer I sleep And it's weird, it's ironic, because I find myself like wanting to not sleep too much now. Whereas in the beginning of this, when I wasn't sleeping at all, I was desperate for sleep, and now I see a pattern between if I sleep, the longer I sleep, the worse I feel during the day. It's bizarre. But to me, that plays into the... Sorry. I was dying. I tried to wait. To me, that plays into the autoimmunity theory, because it's like the longer you sleep, the more your body is healing, repairing, and bolstering your immune system. And autoimmunity is a case of your immune system turning against you, basically. So, I don't know, just some thoughts. But I wake up pretty much every day in an extreme sense of doom, fear, horrific anxiety. Like, I can't even describe, like, instant adrenaline rushes, cortisol, all of that. And that does vary in intensity, I will say. Finally, it seems like it's varying a little bit in intensity, but not enough to write home about, you know? So I'm still waiting for the miracle other side of this feeling that I know is coming, and I am determined to get there. I'm determined. I'm not gonna let these motherfuckers win with their stupid pharma companies. So, yeah. More symptoms. What else? Spectacular brain fog. Like, I can't even describe. Just like, it's like me. It's like between me. Like, it's like my stream of consciousness or my train of thought when that happens, and it's not happening right now because I'm able to talk about this stuff right now somewhat fluidly. But when it gets like that, when the brain fog is really, really bad, it's like my stream of consciousness or my train of thought is another person on the other side of the room, and between me and them is a huge TV blasting on the volume, just like static, like radio static, like, you know, like the black and white popcorn image, like just static, that horrible white noise sound just blasted to 100, and it's like me and my train of thought are trying to like scream at each other over that, like, what did you say? And I can like barely hear what it's saying over that. That's kind of like an analogy or a metaphor I use to describe it. I also describe it as like trying to think through a bowl of milk, or I think my friend described it as like a bowl of sand or concrete or something like that. And it's just completely blunting. Like, never once in my whole life, I went to prep schools growing up, like, did I ever have a moment of struggling with cognition before getting off these drugs. What else? Vision stuff still. I get like my vision kind of goes out a little bit in my left eye. There's so many. But those are some of the more prominent ones. I mean, looping OCD, like I can't even describe about everything. Extreme health anxiety. Looping thoughts. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. I really want to be done with this. I want it all to go away forever. But like I said before, I'm absolutely determined to see the other side of this and to help everyone walking this journey behind me to get to the finish line too. If you're in it, or you're supporting someone who's in it, or you're just being an ally by watching these videos, any of it, I send you so much love, gratitude for being here, And I'm truly I genuinely mean it. I'm so impressed and in awe of anybody who is surviving this, because, including myself, because a lot of days I'm like, how the fuck is this doable? But yeah, we will all get through this together, even when it doesn't feel like it. And I'm here. If anybody wants to reach out and needs somebody to talk to, I'm here for you. And yeah, I send you all a ton of love. You have my support. And I hope that you all experience tremendous healing very, very soon. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.